Okay, welcome guys to another episode of Coxted Connect. Today I've got the youngest, you can say, 28 and 31, right? Meet the directors of S&J Dairies, right? We're talking about farmers doing it at the youngest of age, dairy farming and also beef farming. And guys, they have a remarkable story, which is also a success that we as Costa Connect have to share with you. And I want you to listen to these guys when they share their stories, starting from back 2021 till now, right? And yeah, you can see these guys are improving. And yeah, I had the chance of actually visiting their farms and actually see what they're all about. And you can actually see that these guys know what they're actually doing. And it's another educational moment that you have to pay attention to, because it also involves starting up that right way. Not just being funded and actually receiving everything you ever wanted. Actually starting from nothing until yeah. So welcome guys. Meet Johnathan.
How's it, guys?
Meet Sisa. Right. Remarkable story, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Take me from beginning until now, and share with us how you guys actually started. So I don't know, you can start.
Do you want to take it?
Okay, well, let me say when we started, and you can carry on.
Yeah.
So, my father-in-law had this farm, the farm now, the dairy farm,
Yeah.
and it's his farm. We had this opportunity to start this dairy, Sisa and myself, and we started milking the dairy. We started milking the cows in the race,
Okay.
in a wooden race. We had 50 cows, but we are only milking 36 at the time.
Okay.
Selling the milk at 6 rand, I think it was 6 rand 40. It was about 150 liters a day. We were not making money. We were basically just paying our staff, but we knew where we were going. This was our opportunity to start something for ourselves.
Okay.
And like my father-in-law said to us, like, you guys can reach higher potentials, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
Remember, in life we have two decisions. So you either are a worker or you are a leader, a follower or a leader.
Okay.
And that's a decision what you make in life.
Okay.
And so we took on this opportunity, and we did not make money for the first 3 to 4 months while we were busy building the dairy. It took long. We have a small little dairy. It took very long to build because we were just, while we were milking, we started at 4 o'clock in the morning. We would milk the cows in the race. We had 6 workers with us, 6 laborers, and then as we were done milking in the race, we would go, and even if it's raining, if it was raining,
Johnathan, can I interject?
Okay.
For us that don't know much about agriculture,
okay,
what is a race? And
Okay.
then 2, right? We want the also the initial start. For example, where did these cows come from?
okay,
Because for example, like from starting with actually nothing, right?
okay,
Where do you get the logistics of actually acquiring these cows? Actually, making sure that you actually make that money and actually now build up, right?
okay. So my father-in-law had 50 calves.
Okay.
What we raised on the farm. We raised them, and that's why he gave us the opportunity to
Okay.
to run with him. He didn't want to do dairy. That was never his plan, was to do a dairy. He grew up on a dairy farm, and he said it is like a jail, and he would never want to put himself into that position again.
Okay.
We were young, and I mean we are young, and he gave us that. So he gave us that blessing of saying to us, listen, here's cows, use them to start.
Oh.
Use them to start.
Okay.
So he never charged us for the cows starting. It was their first lactation, so they were only getting, I think we were averaging about 8 liters, not even 8 liters, yeah. So you're not making profit, you're covering just cost.
Right.
We're milking in a race, a wooden race, and a race is
It's
like
like a spire kind of.
spire, yeah. So it's wooden poles put in a long like an alley type of thing, okay, where you can work animals. So animals can't move around. They can only stand on one place in it. And our race takes about eight cows in a line, and then all the cows in the circle.
Go back to esas baya unbonisile.
Yeah.
That way you actually started. That's a race. So guys, for us as Xhosa people, we usually call it isbaya. So now, okay, we get actually.
Okay. So we were milking. Now we were milking 150 to 200 liters of milk a day, selling it at 6 rand 30, 6 rand 40, by hand. We'd milk cows from 4 o'clock to about 10 o'clock in the morning. From 10 o'clock in the morning, we'd walk right opposite the race where we were milking, about 6 to 10 meters. There was our concrete mixer. We'd mix concrete and build the dairy, busy building the dairy. We did that for about 3 to 4 months, and it was exhausting. And there were times where we actually thought that, shucks, is this gonna even work? But it was our chance to.
Your only chance.
Yeah, it was like, if I can say this, it was our only opportunity. That here's it here. If you want it, take it. If you don't want, now you have to work for it. You must understand in life, like my father always says, like if you go home at night and you still have the energy to go and chase females or go and sit in the tavern or the bar till 3 o'clock in the morning, then you must know you are not working hard enough.
Yeah.
If you work hard enough on a farm, I'm talking about a farm now, when you go home at 5, 6 o'clock the evening, you feel like jumping in the shower, grabbing a plate of chow, and climbing into bed.
Okay, so basically,
so
if you don't unfill that tank and make sure you're on empty, and that means you haven't given it your all.
And that's it. You must understand, you must, whatever you do, especially on a farm, there can't be comebacks. Comebacks cost money and can actually cause damage. So you need to make sure that when you do something, it's better to take longer at it, but make sure that it's done properly, that you won't be coming back to it. But we get back to where we started, and we started in the race milking and by hand, busy mixing concrete and putting down the foundations and everything ourselves. We never had money for electricity to run an Eskom cable from the dairy to the workshop side, and that was, I think it was 150 meters, and it cost 150,000 or 120,000 for the cable.
Just
a three phase,
cable.
So we didn't have that money. We had 150 grand. So what we said, okay, let's rather buy the milking buckets.
Okay.
And we bought the milking buckets, cost 100. I think it was 120. 120,000. It's a simple system. It's a basic simple system. Now this system of ours, we got some videos we'll show you guys as well, and it's a bucket system. It's just got an air line.
Okay.
We milk 4 cows at a time, and the milk goes from the udder straight into the bucket. And then after one or two cows,
this is what you guys were exposing me to.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So our system is a basic system, perfect for startup. It's not expensive. It's easily managed. There's no electronics and all those things involved.
Yeah.
So when there's a problem, you can sort out the problem straight away. You understand? It's got one thing, and it's got an airline and a pulsator. The problem is an airline or a pulsator. No computers and no, you don't need people from Johannesburg and Cape Town to come and sort this thing out. You can sort it out yourself, and that's why the setup for us is perfect for a startup. What's nice about the way we started is that we started off very, very small with very little, and we did everything ourselves. And
to interject, right, guys, can you imagine when you say you're gonna be a dairy farmer, when you want to start off as a dairy farmer, you already have that imagination of, okay, you're gonna start off with a bucket system. So looking back, right, where they started, right, bakala wisbaya, right, can you imagine starting from Isbaya, right? That's the actual their startup, right? Let's avoid thinking about privileges and stuff like that there, right? And then they actually went to the actual startup where everyone is supposed to be at, right? But they didn't start from there. They started below a startup. Yeah. So guys, and one thing, are you listening to the numbers, right? from what you say you have 150, right?
So
and then you
so in liters we started, we were getting 150 to 200 liters of milk. Today we are reaching 1,400 to 1,500 liters of milk a day.
Okay, can you imagine, guys, how efficient that is?
And you see, and let me just, if I can carry on with this thing, and we started, and we always had a plan. Our plan was never to be big. Remember, we only had the one farm when we started. So there was no other farm or anything like that. We had one farm. We saw it that it was big enough for us.
It's okay for us.
It was okay for us. With all the things of like people saying that you have to milk 500 cows to be profitable, and you have to have 1,000 hectares to have a dairy farm. We started off with 50 hectares of land and 36 cows. Call it 36 lactating cows. Lactating cows is cows that are being milked. And that is what we started off with. We never got, there was no one giving us money, or not my father, not my father-in-law, not his father, or anyone from his side either. There was no money at us. What we had, we'd pay the staff, carry on building, and we had a goal. And every morning we'd sit, as we get to the farm, we go and have quickly a cup of coffee with the old man, Uncle Bernard, my father-in-law, and we'd sit, and like he'd always say, one thing he carried on saying to us is that greed is the downfall, and he's kept on saying to us, be careful in life when you are coming to success. 80% of people do not even reach success, because as soon as they start to see the money, they change. They have not even reached their full potential. They've hit it halfway. As soon as the money starts coming halfway, you haven't reached your full potential. When all of a sudden you get money now, you're still getting big, but you're halfway up the ladder. You see the money, and because you're young and I don't want to say stupid, but you're young and
still want to explore.
In Afrikaans we call it yakkerig. You want to explore, and like he warned us about those things. That be focused on the plan. What is your plan? What are your guys' plan? He kept on asking, what is your plan? Our plan is to to milk cows here in Kokstad and
Okay.
to value add to our product. So
Nice.
our biggest costs in the farming is Eskom,
Right.
is the middleman. You work from 4 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock Monday to Sunday.
Yeah.
You getting example, you getting 7 to 8 rand a litre of milk.
Mm.
That guy who comes there every second day for an hour, comes, he loads your milk for 8 rand, he goes and he sells it for 14 rand. Your profit on 8 rand a litre, your profit is 3 rand.
Okay.
3 rand. 3 rand on a litre, because you call it about,
because of your cost of
say about
cost of
50-50,
sales.
and so he makes more than you just by resale, just by buying and selling.
resale, yeah.
You doing all the work. So our plan from the beginning was to just
Cut out
stick to the plan and cut out the middleman, get off of Eskom, close all the holes, and start to have your own money, so you can work with your own money. We live in a place where your money comes in and goes back out. Comes in, goes back out. That's what happens. You've got your cars, you've got your houses, what you're renting,
expenses
and
and
you've got your school fees, all these things, and these credit cards, and they're all leaks. We call them leaks in our company. We call them leaks, and our goal was to close all of our holes.
Okay.
So when you get 200,000 rand, you see that 200,000, you can move forward. You can all of a sudden start directing your own path.
Okay.
The benefit about dairy farming is that we can actually plan. You can plan up ahead, because you can, the projections are there. You can see what you're going to achieve. You can see where you're going, and he would tell us every morning these things. He'd just keep it in our heads. Work hard, carry on working hard. Keep your head down. Forget about money. Money will come. The money will come. For now's the time to work, to push. Forget about money. We were not making anything. My wife was begging me to please go and work for a farmer or something around here. But she was saying to me, like, listen, it was tough. It was tough on my family, and it was tough on his family. But we knew where we were going, and we saw there was a light. We saw the light, but we just had to push for it. So, and like my father-in-law, when he really believed in us in the beginning, and since the beginning, he has been pushing us, and through all of that, 100% we can say we managed to push through those hard times because of the goals we had. And even though no one else can see your vision, doesn't mean it's not there. If you know where you're going to in life and you work hard enough for it, you will achieve it. There's no people can break you down if you know where you are going. You have to believe in yourself that if you can do something, then do it. And you must always be able to want to learn. Example, if I made a mistake, Sisa comes to me and tells me, hey Jonah, listen here, 1, 2 and 3, don't do that. It's causing this, or it's making this, rather do it like this. And you know what, in a business, and especially starting up a farm, we talk about farming, starting up a farm, especially at our age, you must understand, you must be able to acknowledge that you do not know everything. The more you learn, the more you'll gain. And so the thing is that when someone gives you advice, you must always humble yourself and acknowledge what they're saying, because there's always this truth to it. So whether you take it, use it, or don't use it, it's your decision, but acknowledge it. It's you must humble. He kept on saying in the beginning, the one thing what he kept on saying is, be humble, humble yourself. Like, you have to literally just drop down to the ground, put your head down, and just move forward. Listen to what the people are telling you. Other farmers, your mistakes. My father-in-law used to crap on us every single day. He would get home because he was doing earth moving, and when he gets home, he would just crap on us for mistakes that we are making. And you know what, instead of us being arrogant or you know what, childish about it, we acknowledge that, listen, we are not perfect and we are growing, we will make mistakes, but it's not about the mistakes you're making, it's about how you're correcting them and are you learning from them, because remember, you learn from making mistakes. And so yeah, we managed to push through that, and we'd go there in the mornings, he would tell us these things, and he would read Bible for us, because the Lord plays a big role in our business. He is definitely 100% the center of our business.
Okay.
And you know, we had our staff what started with us in the beginning, and they're still the same people in the dairy. Yeah, so we started there, we'd go there in the mornings, we'd come out and we'd just carry on working, and we only started to see the close, how successful we actually getting this year. This year, I think maybe the 4th or 5th month in this year, we actually started to see, okay, now our things are, we never looked at money. We literally never looked at money. We never bought clothing or shoes or nothing, like vehicles, all those. We never had those things. We just worked. We used to
dressed in uniform.
People in Cox, they used to say, "Hey, you always wearing the clothes. You and John always dirty." You know, we'd go out, and it's not that we were being funny or anything. It's just that we didn't have the money to waste on those types of things. Our money would go straight back into the business, and because we had a goal and a vision, and we knew where we were going. 100%, we knew where we were going. Yeah. So even though how close we are, and that's the thing, is that you ask yourself you asked us, what is your guys' goals? And
what are you?
Have you guys achieved your goal? And the thing is that, do you ever achieve your goal? You achieve a goal in your life, but it's not all your goals, and you can always better that goal. So you limit yourself when you put a goal. You limit yourself. But you have goals in life. You just push forward, and it's, you know how healthy it is to work. I mean, I think one of the main things is how we managed to do this is that, you know, we don't come from a lot. So this was our opportunity to change, not only our lives but also our families' lives. And so I mean, at our ages, it was a big pressure, but we don't want to play. And you see, once you do something what you love, what you honestly love, you actually have the energy for it every single day. I mean, you example, I'm just going to say you, but I don't mean you, but you can come and work with us for, I can tell you now, 1 week. In the second week, I'm out. You'll either give me us a complaint, or you'll say, you're done with it, this is not for you. But it is heavy labor intensive, but we haven't taken off. We haven't taken off.
2 years.
From the start.
We
haven't taken, my father passed away about 2 months ago, and I took a week and I went.
Oh, sorry.
But that was it. And
this year?
Yeah, this year, about 2 months ago. But the thing is that we've been at the farm pushing, and we're not tired because we actually enjoyed being at the farm. We enjoyed working, and once you start to enjoy what you're doing, it's no more a work, it's no more a graft for you. But you know, it's all about dedication and consistency. Success's pillars are consistency. Consistency. You can get very far in life, in business, in relationships, in all these things, in sport, through consistency. You run every day 100 meters. Next month, all of a sudden, you're running 500 meters.
Yeah.
How all of a sudden it's because you're running that 100 meters every day for a week. All of a sudden your body, your lungs, everything has changed, and you're now all of a sudden capable of running 500 meters, 200 meters. What I'm saying is that consistency is key. You just have to stick it every single day. Every single day. We do the same thing every single day, and we love it.
Got used to it.
We love it.
Day by day.
Yeah.
We love it. Even though there's different challenges.
Yeah.
But it's
Guys, tell me about your dynamic, because when I also looked at looking at yours guys history, you also attend business forums, and you also get into community involvement. Could you let me know also? Could you let us know also about those things?
Yeah, but basically that comes from our work. Basically, we've never had any interest in such things, but community is more important for us.
100%.
Because we are drivers to supply, and help and teach. The community, but with the organizations have came to us, people were coming to us to offer that we've got this program to go expose yourself, because they saw the dedication, the way we were pushing, and we had schools coming, and we would make sure that we there with the schools, like the youngsters are there, because that's the foundation, that's the future of everything. So we sacrifice everything and be with them there at the farm.
And you guys are still youth.
Yeah.
Investing in you.
We have students. Tell me about the students.
We've also have a few students, that the department has, given us to work with us for a time frame of 2 years, and we work with some other guy he is a vet, who brings twice a month or 3 a month.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday brings the students from Durban, wherever, to learn, and also see the youth doing business, It's at the end of the day, it's not like it's easy. Yeah, well, we're not gonna make it easy, but we do have challenges, because we're jumping in a big boat. There's big boys, they're older than us, they're far experienced in business. We've had challenges. We've had a lot of people that will come use us maybe for their benefit, because they've been long enough in business, and they see the energy in us. But it's business at the end of the day, and the way of business, you need to make your decisions well. At the end of the day, you need to benefit at the same time in only decision you're making, and through our loyalty to each other and the discipline, it is made us make the good decisions, I think,
Okay.
basically.
But I presume every decision you guys make is always calculated.
Yeah, well, farming is supposed to be like that, if I'm correct.
I'm sorry to interject, right? I'm saying that there because, for example, I was with John the other day, right? And I noticed something, right? And John illustrated it to me, right? Like, you cannot have a farm and a working farm without a source of water.
Yeah, it's yeah.
That was
pretty fair. It really is. It's the source. It's the source.
It's the
of
source.
any farm.
Like you can like, guys. What I actually noticed, that you can buy land, farming land, right? But without a source, a water source, like or close to a river or something like that,
It's
right?
not as valuable.
You
can't succeed. You won't succeed as much as what you can with water, because everything grows with water.
Yeah, any crop.
Any crop. You go to Sisa, there was Sisa now. You go and have a look there. We were there yesterday, and we had a walk around with some oaks from Zambia, and the farm, because he's all of a sudden now he's pumping the water in one way, water and fertilizer. That farm is shining. The farm is literally shining. I was shocked to see it. Was like it's changed overnight. I couldn't believe it. It was.
And I seen the other farm that you've recently acquired, right? I don't like disclosing locations. I like people's privacy, right? But you recently acquired a farm. I'll show you some overlays, right, audience. One thing that I also noticed that your focus, you'll put most focus on the type of crop you plant, right? And you're very scientific about the crops you'll plant and the silage that you'll keep, right? If if I'm making sense here, like for example, guys, silage is stored crops for a rainy day.
It's stored maize. So
Stored.
so it's
Yeah.
maize chopped up with the stalk.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Full
the
plant.
full plant. It's not yellow maize,
Yeah.
what you buy, what you can make mini meal with. It's the full whole cob, stalk, everything, chopped up into small little pieces like this. That thing you can store if you seal it properly. It is storage. You can store it for 10 years.
Yeah, you can stuff.
10 years you can store it, and that is a safety net, especially for dairy farming, but livestock farming. But if you have a drought, you all of a sudden opening up 140 tons to 200 tons of silage of food for cattle. You all of a sudden can carry your cattle for a year, 2 years easily out of there.
And it also goes with, well, don't forget, it's a seasonal thing that we're working with. So some seasons won't be with our favor, you know. So we need to supplement, you know, to be consistent in condition of cows. So it's a game. At the end of the day, you need to play with your crops at the farm, you know. It's science. At the end of the day, you've got different species you need to plant there to produce milk, you know. When John's farm there, the dairy, they're pushing ryegrass, you know, pushing fescue, you know, and there's reasons for such crops and species, because it's the full year you're running from January to March to December, so to say, to December, and you know that there's different seasons and different species adapt in different seasons, you know. And at the end of the day, the goal there at S&J is to get quantity of milk, you know. And now you're playing with cows and you're playing with your feed, and you need to maintain the condition of the cows to get that milk you want to get, you know. And coming up to the new farm that we just inquired, where we got the farm with a kukui grass, you know, where you need now to we don't know the history behind it, you know. We didn't have any written thing given up to us that when was it planted, you know what. But now we just need to clean it first and see its regrowth. It's how is it gonna do on the cows. And the cows are doing good from far with what we see, you know. So we need to maintain that. It's cheap feed. It doesn't come in winter. So we have plans we've starting to do for basing winter for that farm, you know. So it's not an easy thing, you know, but it's what Jonas says, it's when you love it, it's nice, you know. It's not just wake up in the morning and just do. We've also have backup. We're trying to collect as much as we can. We're trying to circulate everything into our center, which makes sure every livestock we have doesn't go hungry, you know.
And we must be able to sell all of our everything we produce, we sell it. So by us doing that, we are not taking away job creation, but creating job creation for our own people, more people. Remember, the bigger we are, remember you come and buy our milk. You one man, you come and buy the milk, you go and sell it. You're making the same money as what the farmer is making, the whole farm is making, you making, just by one man. It's us two. I've got 6 people by me. Caesar's got 4 by him. So I mean, you are coming and you're buying our product, and straight away you're making the same as what we are. We are 10 people. You are 1. So by us cutting you out and selling our own product, we value adding to our product, so we're getting more money, making it more the
Efficient.
availability for us to grow bigger.
Yeah.
When we grow bigger, we create more jobs. You understand? The bigger we get, the more jobs we create.
Yeah.
And guys, I wanted to ask you guys is what repercussions have you got since cutting the middleman? Obviously, you inventing a system that doesn't involve a middleman, right? You understand that
Yeah.
that middleman was expecting to make profit from taking from you guys and actually making a profit on top of what
Yeah.
you sold.
No,
So I take it.
you see.
Yeah.
So what we doing and what our goal is not yet in Kokstad.
Mm.
You understand? We are not wanting to at the moment. I don't want to say ever, but we at this very moment, our goal isn't to do clovers and pasteurized milk, and our main focus is to supply a
Fresh
consistent fresh produce
Mm.
to the people of Kokstad.
Right.
When I'm saying Kokstad, I'm talking about Shamoya, Horseshoe. I'm talking about Mount Frere, Mount Aleph, Bizana, Tabankuru. All these places right around us.
Yeah.
We are in the middle, and you know I'm talking about people. A lot of them where I talk under correction. We actually were in a meeting and they were telling us that the Eastern Cape is maybe one of the most. I don't want to say the most, but one of the most. In poverty. It's what's just they don't have a lot. The people there are struggling. So now you get this oak who's a middleman. He comes in, he takes your product for 8 rand and he sells it for 12, 15 rand. It's actually 12 rand, but now then he sells it to these guys what are now 10, 20 k's out of town, and he adds 15, 16 rand. So the people in town are making more money. They get more money than these people that are 20 k's out of town, what are just getting maybe a grant from the government, but they're sustaining 2 or 3 children. They paying more for the product, but they got less. You understand how we're working?
Yeah.
That middleman is actually making the poor man poorer.
Yeah.
And that's why you ask yourself, what's with the theft? What's with why are people struggling so much? It's because people are trying to be rich too quickly. They're trying to be rich too quickly. Now you see us, we are gonna hit this market, and we are hitting this market. And when we do, what we're doing is to just cut them out, supply a solid, consistent supply of milk, what is affordable for our people in our surrounding. You understand? We're not looking at competition. We don't have a competition. You understand? We aren't looking at, we're not taking anyone's ideas. This thing is strictly for our own. We're not wanting to be a competition for anyone or anything like that. Our plan is just to supply a healthy product, like Sisa's saying, a healthy product, what is affordable, what people can actually afford. If a farmer is making a cabbage, example, we did cabbages, and I mean we were selling cabbages at a time 6 to 8 rand a cabbage head. 6 to 8 rand a cabbage head. Now our farm is 2 kilometers from town. Okay, 6 to 8 rand a cabbage head. You drive into town 2 kilometers. That you can walk 2 kilometers. It's not even gonna cost you diesel. You walk into town. The people are selling cabbages for 15 to 20 rand. You understand what I'm saying? Now the people, we working our bums off on the farm, Monday to Sunday, no rest, and we're putting all the risk in, all the effort and all the labor in, and this oak in the middle, he just comes smiling, loads, and goes and chows the person in town. And I think we've now just come to the place where we've decided that, you know what, and that was our goal from the beginning. This is where we're going. Our plan isn't
meeting the people halfway, the right way.
We going straight to the people. That's when we started. That's why we didn't care about our size.
Yeah.
We didn't care about our size. We didn't think of milking 5,000 cows. We thought about we're gonna milk 100 cows. We're gonna hit max production out of these 100 cows. And instead of selling the milk for 8 rand to the middleman, we'll sell it for example 10 rand.
Yeah.
We're still cheaper than the middleman. The middleman can't touch us because it's our product.
Yeah.
So even if he wants to come in and try, and we can just, he's not a competition for us. That's what I'm trying to say when I say this. It's not a competition, because remember, we can drop our product straight to cost price, where he'll never be able to do that because it's not his product. That's the type of business plan that we have actually. Yes. That's if you understand what we say.
I get you exactly. And you've answered my question. You answered my question. Guys, take me through the struggles that you'll go through, right? Like for example, on this new farm that you guys acquired, right? You guys told me you're also taking a risk with acquiring this farm, because the crop that you've planted, right, has the risk of being destroyed by hail.
Yeah, so cabbage, and you see the big risk. That farm is a start of that made it capable for us to start a beef herd and run our beef herd over there.
Okay.
You asked about the challenges.
Yeah.
Challenges were the fences. Remember, we just started. We're not walking around with millions in our pockets. All of our money is always just chucked back into our business and back into the farming. Remember, farming. One thing what people don't know is that farming there's a time for it. That's why a lot of farms struggle to make it, because they wait on someone or something to come in, and it's not on the right time. It's delayed and you miss out. You only got a certain time where you can plant. You've only got a certain time when you can harvest. You understand what I'm saying? You can miss it. And when you miss it, you miss a season. That's a year. So a cow, dairy cow, lactating, there's a time there's a time for these things to put fertilizer. Sisa's farm is crucial on timing, because we see rain coming. Straight away he has to get the fertilizer on. He has to be able to pull out 50, a bag of fertilizer now is 600 or 750 rand, between 600 and 650, 700 rand a bag. Now he has to pull out about 50 to 60k at a time and go in top dress. And it's on timing. You have to do it. You have to find that money in your pocket somewhere. You have to make a plan, and that's the difficult part with us, is that we have to make a plan with these numbers, and it's on time. You have to be on time to be successful. Because in farming, it's all about timing.
It's all about timing.
The rain doesn't wait for you. Not going to wait for you to plant your maize and then all of a sudden come and rain. Rain comes. Last year we struggled. We never had the money to plant maize, our maize crop. And we were battling. We went about about a week before Christmas. Just before Christmas. That's when we put on our maize crop. We missed the rain. The rain came and passed us. We managed to get the money later, and we planted. And just before Christmas we planted. We're very, very late. So you're not too late, but you are very late. You missed the rain. We got this little bits of drizzle and a little bit of rain, but it was mostly dry. We took a chance. We saw there might be rain coming. That's where the risk comes in. We went and bought fertilizer. We put the fert down. The rain came. It was about 1 mil, 2 mils, and it was past. And we missed the rain. We missed the entire rain on our crop, and our maize.
Shit.
Our maize was 100% shit. It was a blessing that we managed to cut it all to silage, but that's the decision we took on the spot. Is that as soon as we saw, okay, this crop is not, the cobs are too small, straight away we said, okay, we're gonna cut it to silage. We cut it all to silage, and that's now a safety net for the dairy and for the beef with food. But we lost on that crop. It wasn't a successful crop. There was nothing to brag about that crop. And it was all because our timing was out, and it was because we did not have the capital. We didn't have the capital to do it.
Yeah.
And that's now where we've managed to come to a place now where planning, it's all about planning. You have to put money away. You have to put money away, and you have to make do with what you got. But remember, you can't, there's no shortcuts in farming. There's no shortcuts. What you skimp, when you want to put only a little bit in, because you want to save. Penny, they call it, there's a word that is, what the saying that they use is penniless, what's it?
When you cheat your...
No, so like if you want to put in 1 cent, don't expect a 10 rand to coming back to you. You'll get a 2 cents. You understand?
Oh,
that's how it is in farming. There's no there's no shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
You have to put in. That thing wants 60k of fertilizer put on the lands. You have to put the 60k down, or at least 40k down. That's it. You can't go and put 10k down and think you're gonna come and bale 600 bales of arid grass this on 10,000 rand.